when Jonah waited to see God destroy Nineveh, as he said he would, he experienced something quite different. When God saw how the Ninevites truly repented and turned from their evil ways, he had compassion.
Oh Lord, is this not what I said when I was still at home? That is why I was so quick to flee to Tarshish. I knew that you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity. Now, oh Lord, take away my life, for it is better for me to die than live.
Have you any right to be angry?
Jonah went out and sat down at a place east of the city. There he made himself a shelter, sat in its shade, and waited to see what would happen to the city. Then the Lord God provided a vine and made it grow up over Jonah to give shade for his head to ease his discomfort. And Jonah was very happy about the vine. But at dawn the next day, God provided a worm which chewed the vine so that it withered. When the sun rose, God provided a scorching east wind, and the sun blazed on Jonah's head so that he grew faint.
It would be better for me to die than to live.
Do you have a right to be angry about the vine?
I do. I am angry enough to die.
You have been concerned about this vine, though you did not tend it or make it grow. It sprang up overnight and died overnight. But Nineveh has more than 120,000 people, young children, and many cattle as well. Should I not be concerned about that great city?
Jonah returned to Israel, but learned the important lesson that God is a compassionate God who cares for all people. 790 years later, another great prophet, Jesus Christ, referred to and endorsed the story of Jonah as true.
Teacher, we want to see a miraculous sign from you.
A wicked and adulterous generation asks for a miraculous sign. None will be given it except the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. The men of Nineveh will stand up at the judgment with this generation and condemn it. For they repented at the preaching of Jonah, and now one greater than Jonah is here. When one looks at Jonah's extraordinary arrival upon the shores of the Mediterranean, and the prominence of Dagon worship in that particular area of the ancient world, one could see why the Ninevites were open to hearing his message. Dagon was a fish god who enjoyed popularity among the peoples of Mesopotamia and the eastern Mediterranean coast. He is mentioned several times in the Bible. Jonah's appearance, likely bleached white from the action of the fish's digestive acids, would have been of great help to his cause. The Ninevites would have been greeted by a man whose skin, hair, and clothes were bleached ghostly white, a man accompanied by a crowd of followers, many of whom claimed to have witnessed him having been vomited upon the shore by a great fish, plus any exaggerations they might have added. After years of people scoffing at the Bible, the city of Nineveh was discovered in the 19th century after more than 2,500 years of obscurity. It is now believed to have been the largest city in the world at the time of its fall. The lost city of Nineveh was found buried beneath a pair of tells in the vicinity of Mosul in modern-day Iraq. These mounds are known by their local names, Kunyunjik and Nebi Yunus. Nebi Yunus happens to be Arabic for the prophet Jonah.